Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky Smiley. How you doing, bro?
Man, blessed and highly favored, man. I know you got a good word this morning.
Well, Ricky, I'm excited. This is my birthday today, so I might as well tell you I've tried to live my life by putting it all in God's hands. And listen, I've discovered that God's hands always are the best hands. Listen, all of us who have played spades or bid whist or even dominoes recognize that sometimes you may find yourself with a bad hand, but if you have a partner who has a good hand, the good news is the partnership between you and your partner can help you overcome a bad hand. Every now and then, I ain't gonna lie, I've had a bad hand of disappointment, a bad hand of despair and depression, a bad hand when stuff ain't just been going the way I wanted it to. But the good news is I've got a partner, and my partner, Almighty God, whenever my hand wasn't any good, God's hand was all good. And as a consequence, all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to God's purposes. And so here it is. I testify to everyone listening this day, and that is put it all in God's hands. When you put it all in God's hands, God, watch this, is able to make up for what you don't have. When you put it all in God's hands, God can somehow convert what was a negative into something absolutely positive. And when you put it all in God's hands, you have hands that will protect you and direct you and correct you so you can live your blessed life. I've made up my mind to put it all in his hands. Put it all in his hands, because God's hands always have the best hand.
That's right. And unchanging, Pastor Haynes.
Come on now. Come on. Unchanging hands.
Yes,
always count on it.
That's one of my favorites. God's unchanging hand. Yes, sir.
Say that, Ricky. You going old school on me.
Yes, sir. Let's get into some music. Thank you, Pastor Haynes. We love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one, bro.
All right, 12 minutes after now, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Thursday morning news. Heavy rains and high winds signal the approach of Hurricane Nicole along Florida's east coast this morning. Some residents in coastal counties, including Flagler, Palm Beach, Martin, and Volusia, have been ordered to evacuate. Hundreds have already checked into evacuation centers in Palm Beach County. And we want to extend our thoughts and prayers to everyone in the storm's path and commend our affiliates in Fort Pierce at 104.5 The Flame, in Orlando at Star 94.5 for keeping communities safe and informed. Election coverage continues, and control of the House and Senate hang in the balance. The Georgia Senate race between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker is headed for a runoff, and votes are continuing to be counted in Senate races in Arizona and Nevada. Meanwhile, voters in California, Michigan, and Vermont approved ballot measures to include a right to abortion in their state constitutions. Kentucky voters rejected a measure that would have excluded abortion protections from its constitution. Lastly, basically, they want to ban abortion in that state.
And they voted on it?
Yeah, they voted on it. That was part of the ballot measures that were included in the election on Tuesday.
Well, some of those ballots was confusing. You know whether hit yes or no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The way they word things can be confusing, and folks, it's just like that whole slavery thing we were talking about yesterday. Did 300,000 people really understand what they were thinking? Yeah. And lastly, Ricky, Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, will cut its total workforce by 13%. The company has also imposed a hiring freeze into next year. Meta stock, y'all, has fallen more than 70% this year so far. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Already, buddy. Well, as if it could not get any worse for Los Angeles Lakers fans. They are 2-9, of course, they record. But LeBron James left the game versus the Clippers last night with a growing injury. No word on how long he will be out. Although Kanye West has left Adidas, his Yeezy shoes will continue to live on at Adidas. But they will have a different name. Adidas claims to still own the core designs, so they're going to keep selling them under a different name. They're expecting to lose like $500 million in revenue sales since the departure of the partnership between them and Kanye West. Live tonight, we got Thursday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers. Oh, yes, we're going to pick the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. The rest of Rock T NFL picks of the week coming up later on in the show this morning. Stay tuned for that. That is my quick sports report. Gary, what the T? What's up there, man?
All right, y'all. Lala Anthony, honey, she is speaking out. She's talking insecurities and y'all making sure that her son knows, honey, that it's very important, y'all, to uplift black women, honey. She is talking about it and everybody's excited about it. You know, during her discussion, they're saying that Miss Anthony spoke about the creation of her burgeoning beauty company, raising her 15-year-old son, Kyan, and y'all continuing to show gratitude for all of her blessings, regardless of how she may feel, y'all, during that difficult moment, because, you know, she went through a real turbulent divorce with Carmelo Anthony. She said, quote, I remind myself of all the positive things about myself are in my life, and that's where the affirmation or prayer or whatever someone does to make themselves feel good about themselves or worthy about themselves. She went on to say, honey, as far as for motherhood goes, she said she has made it a point to show her teenage son, y'all, listen to this, honey, how to treat a woman, honey, and to love, value, and respect the presence of black women specifically. The beauty of blackness comes in various colors, shades, and sizes. So as far as a black man, she said he must learn, y'all, to value his future partner. She said, I definitely make sure that Kanye understand that there's not one kind of beauty, there's not one definition. She also said that I always show him, honey, beautiful black women, all different types from all over the world. And she said from all skin tones and all hair textures. She said I randomly sent him a picture of beautiful black women I come across. Isn't that nice?
It is.
Absolutely.
She said, honey, I also make sure that he knows, honey, that it's important to uplift women and give compliments. She said, I'll come home and I'll be like, hey, you didn't say anything about my outfit today or my hair. She said, it's not about me. She said, it's because I want him to understand how important that is for women. So when he gets into relationships or when he has female friends, he knows it's important to compliment or make sure and make them feel beautiful.
Well, sometimes it takes a queen to teach you and train you and condition you how to treat a queen. You know what I'm saying? Because so often we get up and trying to, raise our boys as men or whatever, but sometimes a queen will tell you, can teach you certain stuff that, the expectations and kindness and decency and love, and she bases a lot of that off of her own experience and what she's been through and teaching them how to treat a woman, teaching them chivalry.
That's
chivalry.
Right. It ain't dead. All right, the color today. The color today is one of my favorite colors. Now, color today, y'all, is burnt charcoal. On the high end, you say burnt charcoal, and on the low end, you say beautiful gray black. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, some people talking about Kanye West and working for him and what happened. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This segment is being brought by Johnson & Johnson to protect our prostate health. We got to talk that talk today. Visit talkthattalkpc.com. Paid for by Janssen Biotech Incorporated. What up, Brad?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. In a new Rolling Stone report, a Yeezy worker claimed that they were fired by Ye after suggesting playing Drake. The numerous sources say that they accepted positions believing they had landed their dream job. However, they quickly found themselves in a cult-like atmosphere that came with 12 to 15-hour workdays, inconsistent or delayed payments, and abrupt firings for innocuous missteps. Now, one Adidas by Yeezy senior team member said, nothing is ever compared to the amount of chaos, the amount of stress, and the amount of anxiety you go through working for Yeezy. Another ex-staffer said in 2015, there was an incident at the Yeezy studio just a few weeks before Ye would unveil his brand's inaugural collection. The source claimed that West had a habit of playing his own music in the space, but asked other recommendations after someone suggested he play something else. Well, Ye allegedly scanned the room before singling out an employee and asking what they wanted to hear. Well, the ex-staffer said, well, I want to hear some Drake. And he thought, oh, okay, he's a rapper. I should probably mention some rap. Big mistake. He said the next day I was fired. Another Yeezy executive also recalled the time when a top creative was called out for wearing a yellow sweater to work. Now, the staffer was allegedly told to dress for the pallet or you dress in black and was fired as well. Now, one employee said that the constant firings may stem from Ye's mistrust, particularly towards his inner circle. The employee said everyone's always on the verge of losing their job, so the dynamics are total chaos. He doesn't necessarily have people he can trust around him. And another added the biggest issue is that he doesn't appear to have a high-level operational people that he trusts. You can build a multi-billion-dollar brand with an operations director who stays in the job for more than 6 months. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Dang. It had to be crazy working for him, thinking that every day you go in, you could possibly get fired.
Right.
Can't enjoy yourself.
If you say the wrong thing, if you wear the wrong thing or wear the wrong color.
Yeah.
And if you say, hey, Ricky, can we play something else besides, dang, he gonna get fired for that?
Right.
That's crazy. So why'd you hire them if they don't even have an opinion?
Exactly. So did he hire him? I wonder if he had a human resource to hire him. And then once he saw him,
I would think he hired him if he don't trust people like that. He probably hired him himself.
Hell, it seems like the human resource person would be nervous too. They job on the line when they go into work.
Okay.
Right.
Goodness.
They nervous.
Well, and according to TMZ, y'all, Alicia Keys is set to perform at Takeoff's memorial service tomorrow. Justin Bieber is also set to perform. Alicia posted a tribute to Takeoff after his death, saying, "This is just too much. It's like every day. R.I.P. Takeoff, sending light to your family and loved ones. We're losing too many too soon." Meanwhile, tickets for Takeoff's memorial service are sold out. That will be at State Farm Arena on tomorrow. And last but not least, y'all, a Snoop Doggy biopic is in development at Universal Pictures. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Well deserved.
Okay, he's been doing it for years and still doing great things. The studio has enlisted Alan Hughes, who directed Menace to Society and Dead Presidents, to direct the film. Black Panther Wakanda Forever co-writer Joe Robert Cole has written a script. Oh, this is gonna be good. The project will serve as the first production from Snoop's Death Row Pictures. Snoop said in a statement, "I waited a long time to put this project together because I wanted to choose the right director, the perfect writer, and the greatest movie company I could partner with that could understand the legacy that I'm trying to portray on screen and the memory I'm trying to leave behind. It was the perfect marriage. It was holy matrimony, not holy macaroni."
Right.
All right, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Special K, and y'all can hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show 10 before the top of the hour, y'all. It's about that time. Special K got news and positivity absolutely cannot use. What up, K? Big Dog.
K Diggle.
Oh, my mic wasn't up. All right, here we go. There we go. Yeah, you need a microphone to talk on the radio. But anyway, how do the Lakers, the Lakers are doing bad. Would you agree, Rock T?
Hey, 2-9, dog. They stumbling out the box.
Yeah, you ain't even got to be a sports genius to know that. The Lakers are not doing well right now. The riddle of the day, how do the LA Lakers resemble a new wife?
How?
They both still suck. All right, so
Go on and give us more news we can't use.
The Lakers are playing so bad right now that LeBron's hairline called Rich Paul and asked to be traded to Kevin Durant. The Lakers are not doing well. The Lakers are playing so bad, Rock T, that team officials sent emails to heaven asking God if it's possible to resurrect Elgin Baylor and Wilt Chamberlain to sign both of them to short-term contracts.
Please.
That's pretty bad.
Please.
The Lakers are so bad, they got members of the Detroit Lions roasting them on Twitter. Dang.
That's pretty bad, dog.
The Lakers are playing so bad, for the next home game, they're going to be wearing Clippers uniforms.
Man, come on.
The Lakers are playing so bad that Crypto.com officials called the arena and said, y'all can go back to calling it the Staples Center. we don't want our name up there.
No.
They said, we ain't even trying to buy it back. We'll just take our name off of there. The Lakers are playing so bad that Magic, Kareem, and Kobe jerseys all climbed down off the rafters last night and just
by
said,
themselves.
You know what? They just can't.
We good.
They just say, you know what? We don't want to be here no more. The Lakers are playing so bad that Jerry West logo got up off the floor and walked out of the arena. Oh, man. No. It's just 2-9. How is this happening? And Russell Westbrook, man, he is playing so bad that he walked into the woods with a rifle, came up on a group of deer. They looked at him and didn't even run away because they know he can't shoot. That's cold, man.
They started laughing at him, right?
They said, they wasn't even nervous. They said, you know what? He ain't gonna hit us. Russell Westbrook shooting it so bad. Stevie Wonder was at the game last night, got up in the third quarter, just threw his glasses down and walked away without even having no assistance. He just walked away.
Damn.
Said, you know what? Even I can shoot better than that. Hey, think about this one real quick. Russell Westbrook's stats, most games look like a spades hand, 4 and a possible. And the possible is the 3-pointer that went over the backboard. Anyway,
man. If
Russell Westbrook was a mass shooter, the police only had to come to pick up empty shells because everybody's still alive. Ain't nobody get hit. And finally, a nearly disastrous situation for the struggling Westbrook. He almost found himself in a Kyrie-type scandal Sunday. He was overheard by a reporter yelling at a young trader that he hates juice. But apparently, he was just telling the trainer to bring him some water. And the kid heard him wrong. Think about that one.
You gotta be careful what you say, though. I was talking some the other night. I didn't even know I offended some people, bruh. Did the joke about the LMNOP community. I didn't know nobody was mad till I got outside. It was 3 gay dudes laying on my hood. Soon as they saw me, they went off. Say what you said. Say what you said. Well, do the joke then. Say the joke. Say what you said. Say it. I scratched you. I was like, oh my God. That's the only thing that scared me was this little hand. Say what you said.
The LMNOP group.
Say what you said.
They dragged that last said out. Say what you said.
Oh man, Carlos,
Carlos Miller.
Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all always support Carlos Miller, man. Love that kid, man. Funny as hell, man. We're gonna be playing a lot more of these young up and coming comedians, man. I swear I love it, man. Hey, what you got coming up next, Gary?
Coming up next, y'all, congratulations to Lil Wayne, honey. Everybody's congratulating him. I'm gonna tell you why next week's Smiley Morning Show. At Charmin, we believe everyone deserves a better bathroom experience. That's why we make irresistibly soft and strong toilet paper. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Gary, you read that toilet paper commercial.
Okay. Yes, sir, baby. Girl better wipe.
From the front to back. Wipe it out.
All right, y'all, 5 minutes after the hour, y'all. Gary got the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Rapper Lil Wayne, y'all. Oh my God, everybody's talking about Lil Wayne and raving over him because it's alleged, y'all, that Lil Wayne got a brand new face, honey. And they're saying, y'all, that it has many in the entertainment community wondering, y'all, whether the rapper recently got a facelift, y'all. Now they're saying, y'all, Lil Wayne has a history, had a history of serious drug abuse and it's taking its toll, y'all, on his career and his looks. But according to MTO, honey, they confirmed that Wayne suffered from a codeine addiction for nearly 20 years. And even though, honey, that he now claims to have beaten the disease, y'all, they're saying, y'all, that he still had, a lot of scars. Well, they reported that this past weekend, honey, Lil Wayne popped up in Atlanta, y'all, looking like a brand new man. They're saying, according to the images, honey, that's out there, they're saying his longtime friend, Miss Missy Elliott, posted online. They're saying that Lil Wayne's face appeared to be at least 20 years younger. He looks amazing, y'all. I mean, he's really looking good. And a lot of people saying that Lil Wayne, honey, he's a great artist, honey. They're saying that Lil Wayne, honey, if y'all didn't know, sold over 120 million records worldwide, including more than 20 million albums and 70 million digital tracks in the United States, y'all, making him one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time, y'all. Isn't that great?
He deserves it.
Yes.
And what is he doing now? It just seems like he's just living off that money and enjoying life because he hasn't put any new music out recently.
But you know what's good?
Yeah.
Wayne don't bother nobody.
Nope.
You don't hear about him in no scandal, no trouble. Wayne don't bother nobody. I love Lil Wayne, man.
I think he dabbles in the tech world as well with his money as far as investments and stuff.
That's
really?
Smart.
Well, good for him, honey. He's looking amazing, honey. And I'm sure, honey, all the girls gonna probably be running behind him, honey, trying to catch up with him. So we're gonna see how that all turn out, honey. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Black Panther star, baby, Miss Lupita Nyong'o, baby. They say this girl is all over social media after her most recent red carpet appearance, honey, for the new Black Panther movie Wakanda Forever. Now, it's being reported out there, honey, Miss Lupita, honey, people are saying, honey, that she done got thick, honey, and she is looking amazing, y'all. Some people suspect, yes, they say some people suspect, honey, that her weight gain, honey, which all seem to have occurred below the waist, honey, may have been a result of a recent surgery. Now, they say it's good to have surgery, baby. Now, they say they reached out to Lupita's people, and people are saying, honey, surgery is definitely ridiculous. And, you know, but they're saying, honey, she was a showstopper, honey, and looking good. And a lot of people saying maybe she gained that weight because, you know, Rickey, she eats, not cantaloupe, papayas with ants on them. They said maybe that helped out a lot too. You remember
what?
Yes, papayas with ants.
With ants on them. She put ants on her papayas.
What, live ants?
Yes. Yes.
I know, really high in calories.
You can do that.
Ants.
Oh, yes.
High in protein.
High in protein. Yeah.
Yeah, baby, honey. Lupita showed the world how it's done, honey. And that's how she maybe, how she probably gained her weight, baby. Them ants probably, you know, chew up the
Boy,
fat.
let me find out ants good. I've been to sprinkle some ants off in some greens. Boy, what?
Now don't you say that now, cause
Don't
I'm
put
waiting
that on mine.
Don't put that on my dressing, dog. For real, don't play with me like that.
Don't put it on mine.
Yeah,
Experiment with your food, sir.
yes, honey. I mean, but it's probably healthy though, y'all. You know, it's probably healthy. It's good in fiber, low in calorie and stuff, honey.
Yeah, we'll leave it to Lupita.
Yeah.
We'll leave it to who?
To Lupita.
Baby, Miss Lupita, baby, she let the girl.
Don't start. Don't start. Don't start now.
Mama Booty.
We going to end up in a meeting.
Yes, honey. Go, girl. All right, honey. The color today is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is burnt charcoal. On the high end, you say burnt charcoal, and on the low end, just say beautiful grayish black. That's your color for today. What is it again, Brad?
Booty mama. Mama Booty.
Boy, we go. Hey, guys, you can't do that.
What did the dude say?
Mama Booty. Mama Booty mama.
No, don't do it.
Mama Booty. Booty mama. Mama Booty.
Wow, hop off on that porch with that big ass pitcher of lemonade, smiling. Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, I got your wake-up calls. Y'all hit me up right now. The phone lines are wide open. Get at me, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. Call me now, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 22 minutes after the hour, I got your wake-up calls. Get at me, 866-9-RICKEY.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Hey. You up this morning, slid you in your house, you so would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. We want to show, want to know what you calling from. So come on. And just wake up.
Good morning. My name is Teresa Graham, calling from Darlington, South Carolina. I would love to give a wake up call to my beautiful niece, Naisha Martin, my awesome nephew, Jason Graham, Brandon Pearson, and Kevin Coleslaw. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is Keon Shepherd calling from Gaston, Alabama, waking up my kids, Aubrey and Terrence. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, I want to send a wake up shout out to my wonderful, handsome son, Jaden Walton. Keep killing at school. And also to my future hubby. Thank you for all you do for me and my son. Have a good day. Wake up calls to my grandson and my granddaughter, Jasmine and Jaden. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is your boy DC from the 704. Want to tell all the people on 77 to get out the way and wake up, wake up, wake up.
Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up.
And Detroit,
wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
St. Louis,
wake up.
New Orleans,
wake up.
and Memphis,
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, thank you, Brian. This segment is being brought to you by
The Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage is back on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line and remaining cabins are limited. Hurry and check out details, fantasticvoyage2023.com.
Rickey the Morning Show. Hey, listen, today is a couple of days after the election, man. We got one big runoff race in the Georgia Senate between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. But we got the one and only to not only break that race down, break down a whole lot of other stuff. The one and only, my good friend, member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, graduate of Texas A&M University, which lost to Alabama this year. Y'all give it up to the one and only Roland Martin.
Oh, I see how.
Look, man,
how we doing.
Look,
you were
Roland.
real quiet last year, though. Go ahead.
Roland. Why you didn't call me this year, Roland?
Well, actually, I was busy this year. You know, we had an election going on. I was kind of focused on that. But you didn't answer your phone last year.
Roland, I did answer the phone. I called you back. I always call you back. Roland, I'm not scared of you. I'll never avoid you, Roland.
Oh, you're right. But it's all good, though. It's all good. Let's talk about
all right, Roland. So I'm watching the news. Man, Roland, break all this stuff down. And thank you again for coming on.
Not a problem. All right, so here's what's going on. Raphael Warnock did not get 50 plus 1 point in Georgia, so therefore there's going to be a runoff December 6th. And you got to remember, this is the big difference from 2 years ago where there was 2 months between the election and the runoff. Republicans in Georgia changed the law, and now it's 1 month. Also, remember, there was time for people to register to vote in the runoff who didn't vote in the general election. They also changed the law. So when was the deadline to register for the runoff? It was Monday, the day before the election on Tuesday. So if you did not register to vote in the general election in Georgia, if you had not registered by Monday, you can't vote December 6th. Now, you have up until November 28th to request your absentee ballot in Georgia. Folks, every day now counts. We can't even, somebody posted, hey, let's take off a few days and focus on December 6th. No, there is no taking off. The focus has to be on driving turnout now. Republicans are going to dump probably $30 to $40 million into Georgia over the next 3 weeks. That has to be countered. And what I have been saying to folks is this here. We need boots on the ground. You have nonpartisan groups like Georgia Stand Up, the New Georgia Voter Project, and Black Voters Matter. They're going to need a total of about $4 million to do on-the-ground activation, and that means going door-to-door. That means texting. That means phone banking. And so if you're looking to donate, don't give that money to the campaigns. And I know the Warnock people may be upset with me, but that's these white consultants who just want to dump that money on TV. We need that money on the ground, in the community, in Albany, in Columbus, in Augusta, in Savannah, in Athens, in Swainsboro, in Statesboro, in those non-Atlanta metro areas where black folks reside to drive those numbers up. I need black people to understand, if we start voting at 65, 68, 70, 75% of our numbers, elections are over. They win when we only vote at 38, 40, 45, 50%. That has to happen.
Wow. Roland, so what do you think about some of the other races as well?
Well, unfortunately, Mandela Barnes conceded in Wisconsin, and here's a perfect example of why these white consultants got to listen to black people. He only lost by 27,000 votes. And so they should be assessing that campaign and asking themselves how much money was put in black radio, how much money was put in black-owned media, what was happening on the ground there, how did they maximize turnout. That's the conversation that should be happening. Same thing, Sherry Beasley lost in North Carolina. She lost by 135,000 votes. Her campaign has to be asking themselves, how the hell you didn't bring in Vice President Kamala Harris to any of the HBCUs? How did you not bring in President Barack Obama? They should be asking in the eastern portion of the state, what was happening on the ground, studying the numbers. How did that actually happen? She ran a great race, but again, you got to look at those numbers. But hey, guess what? You got Aaron Ford, a brother, Texas A&M graduate, he's a Catholic. But guess what? He's leading as the Attorney General in Nevada, a re-election. Kwame Raoul, he won for the Attorney General in Illinois. Keith Ellison was reelected as the Attorney General in Minnesota. Anthony Brown, elected Attorney General in Maryland. That's critically important. They have African Americans in those positions, and so that's a good thing that happened. Also, You see folks now, with the marijuana laws that were passed in Maryland as well as Missouri, but it did not pass in Arkansas, and I think it was North Dakota. I think it was one of those Dakotas. Ain't that many black people there, so it don't matter. So you're talking about, again, ballot initiatives would happen, but let me tell people why voting in every race matters. The white judge who signed the warrant to go arrest Breonna Taylor, she lost her re-election bid. A sister beat her with 51% of the vote. And so
wait a minute, run that by me one more time, Roland.
The white judge who signed the order to go arrest Breonna Taylor, her name was Mary Shaw. She lost her re-election bid. She was beaten by a black woman. I'm trying to find her name. She's a Delta. She lost. So the judge that signed the order is no longer in office. She was beaten by a black woman. This is why I need people to understand voting for local races, judicial races matter. And so stop listening to these people out here who say, oh, don't vote. No, this is what happens when we vote. That judge is out. This is how you reward. You had a sheriff in Massachusetts who was basically like that nut in Arizona, hardcore right-wing sheriff. Guess what? He got voted out. And so we got to understand why voting in all races matters. And so that's why I'm always trying to get people to understand, don't just focus on top of the ticket. The races down low. Lena Hidalgo, the Latina in Harris County, she won re-election. Republicans dumped $9 million into her race.
Hold on, Roland.
In Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Hey, Roland, hold that thought. You got time? I can bring you on the other side.
Yep, not a problem.
All right, go ahead. You got 30 seconds. Come on, Roland.
I just need people to understand that there are races out there, top to bottom, that we can win when we vote, and so we can change things. But guess what? Now the election is over. Now I need black folks forming our black agenda to now put pressure on politicians to now deliver after we voted. The process doesn't stop. Voting is the end of one process. Now it's time to get fired up to deliver on what we voted for.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, I want y'all to give it up and show your love for award-winning journalist, author, and TV host, the one and only Roland Martin. Hey, love you, man. Morning Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, let's check the phone. Let's check the phone line. Let's see here. Let's go to the phone. Yeah, I knew it.
Hey, Rick. Hey, but let me say this, but Bob and Human Research called me yesterday and told me I could come back to work today. But I want to tell you, I appreciate you so much for talking to them folks and giving me another chance to start back working, boy. They said, come back to work today, Black Tony, your hard work and everything. And I just want to say I appreciate you, Sally, because you know what I'm saying. You went to bat for me. You went to bat for me, like you stood up for me, like you a real one, Sally, like for real, but you 100 with it, like you my dog.
I try to be 100. Let everybody know how much you appreciate this job and this opportunity, and let everybody know that's listening to the radio what this job really mean to you, Black Tony.
This job mean everything to me, cause you know what I'm saying. When you met me, I was on the trout. You know what I'm saying. I'm selling everything. I was on the trout. I'm hustling. I'm robbing. I'm doing all kind of things. And then you said, you know what? You just need an opportunity. You know what I'm saying. You said you just need somebody to believe in you. Yeah,
preparation meets opportunity.
And you're going to be successful. And you said, cuz I believe in you. I believe you could do better with your life. I believe you could be great. You know what I'm saying? And you said, I'm going to make you a celebrity, sir. You said,
and how do you feel? Yeah. How do you feel about being given another opportunity and another chance and to start off with a clean slate?
Right. For the folks who don't know, I had got fired last week. Them folks said, cut me loose. And then Rick went on there and told them folks, look, if Black Tony can't come to work, I ain't coming to work.
Hey, and put this thing in a spiritual perspective and let them know how God be working, Black Tony.
See this how God, cause when the man closed the door, guess who opened it back up? God. This ain't nothing but God. This God working right now. God said, cause the man said no, but God said yes. The man said go home, but God said come to work. The man said you ain't got no job no more, but God said your car gonna work when you hit that thing. When you hit that little lock thing.
And then,
and my grandmama always told me, she said, if God is against you, can't no man hurt you.
Wait, what your grandma said? Say that again. That's powerful, Black Tony.
If God is with you, can't no man be against you. And she said, thank you, God, for Rickey Smiley, because he gave you another chance. He gave my baby another chance to come to work and to be somebody. And I'm just thankful.
Hey, Black Tony.
So much, huh?
Are you coming to work today?
I mean, no, I'll be there tomorrow, though. I ain't gonna make it today. I'll be there tomorrow, though. I'll be there.
After all that. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This segment is being brought to you by...
Tune into the Black Health 365 podcast, where we discuss healthcare disparities within the black community. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning, Rickey. You're welcome. Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. 2 months ago, y'all, R&B singer Robert Sylvester Kelly, y'all, was found guilty of multiple sexual misconduct charges in Chicago. Now they're asking the question, could the case be facing dismissal? They're saying it could. According to Geronda Pace, y'all, the first victim who came forward about being abused by R. Kelly and testified, y'all, against him in court. Now, Geronda put, when Kim Fox announces, honey, the dismissal of the case against R. Kelly sometime next week, she said it will be hard for the survivors, especially those who were waiting for their day in court. Now, though it's disappointing, she said, I understand. She said New York EDNY did a great job, y'all, getting us justice and taking these matters seriously. She said, but nonetheless, honey, I do thank, honey, and Kim Fox for trying. So, yeah, R. Kelly may get out or something may be dropped from him, whatever, but they're saying back in June, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being found of violating the Mann Act in New York. So they're saying, you know, I guess, I don't know.
I could see him working his way out. I mean, if it happened for Bill Cosby, then why not? I mean, if he has a good legal team.
Yeah.
The victims may not like it.
That might be a little different. Special K, what are your thoughts?
He ain't going nowhere.
No time soon. I don't think so, Gary.
You don't think y'all? Oh.
No, sir.
I was really shocked that Bill Cosby got out, but, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, they usually say, though, because you got the money, you can do anything.
No, it's just 2 different cases and 2 different scenarios. You talking about something.
And he has multiple cases across state and federal lines. So if you get all of one, you still got to deal with the other one. And his money ain't that long to fight all of that. Yeah. I don't think. I don't know what his bank account look like.
I wonder why attorneys keep taking his case if it's a losing battle.
Because they want the money. They're going to get whatever money you do have.
Yeah. Well,
and then some of them create situations for him that probably would have been worse had he not had an attorney.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, it helps to have an attorney.
Yeah, see how this all turned out, y'all. All right. Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Last month, comedian, y'all. Do y'all know this guy, Eric Andre, y'all? He filed a class action lawsuit in Atlanta after claiming he was racially profiled and pulled out of the line, y'all, at the Hartsfield International Airport for a random drug search. Yeah, baby. They say, well, now the same thing may have happened, honey, to Philadelphia rapper turned popular podcaster, Miss Gilly the Kid. Now, Gilly the Kid, y'all, he got stopped and was questioned by a U.S. Marshal for allegedly, y'all, smelling like marijuana, honey, while boarding a flight from Dallas, Texas, honey, on American Airlines, baby. And they say these girls don't play that, honey, at American Airlines. But, some people saying, no, honey, he said, he wasn't, he started arguing with people talking about he wasn't smelling like weed. But some people say, isn't that a new fragrance, Rick? I don't know if you got it that smell like marijuana.
What's wrong with smelling like it if you're not smoking it?
Oh no, you can't be coming around. You smell like no weed.
I mean, you smell like it, long as it ain't on you and it ain't on your person, or you ain't trying to distribute it. What's the problem?
You can't help it if you smell like weed. What if whoever dropped you off at the airport?
Rickey, do you agree with that? Rickey, what you say?
Talking about weed.
Do you agree? They say you can smell like weed. What's wrong with smelling? Do you think a person should smell like weed?
I mean, you probably should not smell like weed, but if you do, they can't take you to.
So go ahead. Say what now?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying one at a time. Go ahead.
I'm good. Go ahead, Gary.
Well, anyway, my thing is, I don't think you should smell like weed. If you smelling like weed and stuff like that, that's very offensive. People coming to church smelling like weed and stuff. I'm scared you're going to start shooting next. So that's why I don't know. You can't be smelling like weed around me. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Well, Ricky, you know.
So you saying all them rappers,
all them weed smellers, honey, you know, the next thing it may be a shot. So,
Brett, you heard him.
Nope.
Brett.
Nope.
You talking about y'all rappers?
No.
Well, listen, y'all, but now Gilly the Kid, now they're saying, honey, funny, Gilly the Kid, they say he famously spoke out against the Black Lives Matter movement, proclaiming, y'all, that all lives matter, but they reminded him, okay, since all lives matter, you're smelling like weed, honey, we putting your butt up out of this plane, honey. And so there you have it.
So what happened to him?
Well, he argued with the people enough to get shot, but honey, they went ahead and let him go because he was real belligerent.
He argued with him enough to get shot?
Yeah, because he was arguing with the sheriffs and the police.
He didn't get shot, though?
No, they didn't shoot him, but they could have, because they could have been scared he was going to pull out a gun. He was smelling like weed.
Oh, man.
He ain't got no gun in the airport. Ain't no gun in the airport. You can't have no gun through TSA.
Well, he was going down the alley. What y'all call it when you come out the plane?
The alley.
The ramp.
The ramp. Well, you know what I mean.
The jetway.
That. But he was coming down.
Stretching the day. Oh, you doing yoga this morning.
Well, honey, I'm sorry. But anyway, they say, honey, he emptied out his bag, though, and he said, you ain't that rich, honey. And he said, they didn't care. So it was just something, I just felt bad for
If they found nothing, though, he's good, right? It's not a crime to smell like it.
Yeah, but how you smell like weed on a flight all the way from...
If you smell like weed real strong, can it get the person sitting next to you high?
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Heard that. No.
There ain't no scent that strong.
You can't, right.
So you can't get a contact off of that?
No.
Well, what if a person smell like other body fluids and stuff? Do you get a contact off of that?
You're gonna throw up.
Okay, so something happened.
It stank.
Right. Oh my God. Gary, give us the color of the day.
The color of the day, Ricky, is burnt charcoal. On the high end, you say burnt charcoal, and on the low, you say beautiful grayish black. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. The morning show that saves me brought to you by.
We all need fiber for our digestive health, but only 10% of us get enough. Good thing Metamucil gummies are an easy and delicious way to get your daily fiber with no added sugar. Try Metamucil fiber gummies today.
All right, so listen, which Thanksgiving dish need to be voted off the table this year? Now, mind you, you don't have to do the exact same thing every year, but what you tired of? Either you're tired of it or you don't like it. What's off the table, Maria?
Cranberry. The cranberries, the jelly kind of come in the can. I've never even tried them. They just look like slime. You don't look right.
Yeah. You talking about cranberry sauce to go with the dressing?
Yeah, the cranberry. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, you got.
I don't think I've ever had a jelly slice.
I second that. I do not mess with no cranberry sauce or jelly. No,
on the dressing.
No, sir.
Exactly.
I tell you what, Brett. If you're dressing good enough, you don't need. If you make dressing like I make dressing, you don't need no cranberry sauce.
Hello.
How about that?
And guess who's gonna get a pan of that dressing?
And guess who else getting some?
Yes.
Now, Brett, when you taste my dressing this year, see if you need some cranberry sauce with it.
I usually don't with my grandmamas, but they just have it there and they like for you to eat it with it, you know.
Somebody always.
And what's up with it? You ain't got no giblet gravy?
I do have giblet gravy. I'm sure we won't need it, but you know how you just change the taste up a little bit and add a little here and there. I like to put the giblet gravy on top of the turkey.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
You know, I went to a restaurant this past weekend because I felt turkey and dressing. But let me tell you something. I don't like y'all turkey and dressing out here.
Everybody can't make it.
It ain't nothing but cornbread out here. We put gizzards and liver, honey, in our cornbread dressing, honey, in Port Arthur.
Now see,
that's old school.
Yeah, it just depends on where you from, baby, because in NOLA they'll throw some oysters in that thing.
Oh, that's
I don't like when somebody sneaks in some squash casserole. I don't like squash casserole.
Really?
Why do you bring that and don't nobody eat it?
That's my sister. My sister would
like
make
stuffing.
a string bean casserole.
And sometimes them good.
Yeah. I just can't.
Can we all agree to vote off chitlins to remove that from the doggone table?
Depending on where you from.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah. No,
in Jesus' name.
Gary want them.
Yeah, I mean,
Chitlins, remove chitlins in Jesus' name.
Amen.
yeah, well, I know what I need to remove now. I don't like turnips, the white ones. I like the green the white turnips. I don't like those turnips. I like the.
I never had white.
They purple,
white.
Ricky, and you know how my mama peel the skin off. They purple, but then they white once you cook them. I don't like that. I like the ones with the greens, with the turnip greens. Have you ever eaten that?
Let me ask y'all something though, Gary. Do anybody in here got a collard green man that actually grow the greens and you go buy the bunches of greens?
My dad.
Like straight out the ground.
My dad.
Yeah, in Louisiana.
I cooked 13 bunches of collard greens.
Ooh.
13 bunches. Jesus. And then I'm ready for their ass this year. Like I don't kind of play when it comes to Thanksgiving. And big shout out to Kurt Boudreaux that helped put it all together.
Boudreaux?
Kurt Boudreaux. Boy, listen.
Boudreaux?
Y'all better call him before
Did anybody else?
I called him already. He already booked on my end.
Do anybody else not like Cornish hens?
I love Cornish hens.
I'm not a fan of the Cornish hen. They could leave that off.
My daddy used to split them in half, honey, and put them in the oven. Oh, I love that crisp on the skin.
It look like a premature chicken. It don't look like
How can you not like Cornish hens but love Little Women Atlanta?
You know what?
You got that same little walk.
Yeah, baby, that's a Cornish hen, honey.
So inflation has caused all of us to pay a lot more on groceries this year. So the wholesale cost of turkey is up to 20%. It's up 20%, and our grocery stores might pass that cost on to consumers. So overall grocery prices are up 13% compared to last year. But some stores might eat the extra cost of turkeys in order to get people in the store to buy the other high-priced Thanksgiving sides. Now, a new poll shows that some families have started having a Thanksgiving chicken instead of turkey. Mm-hmm. Now, I did hear somebody say that yesterday in a conversation. People like people do chicken instead of turkey. Now, a lot of people are cutting back on some of the sides and desserts. So if y'all had to get rid of one food or dessert for Thanksgiving, what would it? But y'all know what's popular? Let me tell y'all something. I need everybody to just think outside of the box. Think outside of the box. What they doing now? They putting macaroni on top of the sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
What?
Yes.
It's good. It looks good, Brad.
Ridiculous.
No, it's not. Listen. Listen,
Rick.
See,
yes.
You one of them type of people that when the new pastor come and you get mad when they take the pulpit chairs off that's been there for years because you're not used to it. But I'm telling you, you can't say that unless you try it.
But Rick,
it got the cheese on it as well?
Yes.
Listen.
It's just like when your sweet potato sit next to your macaroni and cheese and you accidentally put them together.
Thank you, Brad.
It's the same, and it tastes
Brad.
good.
It needs to sit next to it. Ain't nobody gonna eat that.
It go together. It's all
that's a salt and a sweet.
Right, sweet.
It go together.
They go together.
It go together.
Rick,
listen, wait a minute, why would you pass on it if you have not tried it?
Exactly.
Because I tried a donut on top of fried chicken before, and I ain't like that either.
Okay. No, you didn't know you didn't like it until you tried it.
Yeah,
exactly. But y'all act like, I mean, come on now.
It looked like a shepherd's pie.
Honey, I don't want no shepherd's pie.
Okay, look.
You gonna eat it? Are you eating it, Ricky?
It looks delicious.
Are you eating
it? It look really delicious. All right, here's how it's gonna be good. First of all, I need all black folks to please go ahead and bake your crust separate. So the crust can be crispy. Don't be putting nothing wet on, cause it's gonna be soggy at the bottom. You don't want that. If you go ahead and bake your crust, then put your fillings in there for your sweet potato pie and go ahead and bake that. But when you make your macaroni or whatever, put it on top and put a little cheese on top and put it in the oven and then slice it out or whatever. Cause I seen it on Instagram and it looked really delicious. Cause nobody thought, I looked at Hair Crack when he was crazy. When he said put some damn Kellogg's Frosted Flakes on top of the macaroni and cheese. right? So you put it in the blender, not the whole cereal. You put it on the blender, and it's the same thing as breadcrumbs. You go to restaurant got breadcrumbs on top of the macaroni and cheese. So when you do it with Frosted Flakes and you put it in the oven and you broil it, you have to watch it because it goes really quick. It turns into a slightly sweet crust on top of the macaroni and cheese, and it is a favorite in my house. If I don't make it, they'll kill me.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I made it for y'all before, Gary.
I know that, yeah, but macaroni and cheese, sweet potato. I don't like my sauce and sweets to mix. I like it separate. I don't even put it on the same plate. I don't like that. But I don't know. I think we're doing too much right now. In your words, we're doing too much.
Do you let Booty Eating James use your forks, or you give him a plastic fork? Let's go to the phone.
He gets a plastic fork. You can't eat out the same bowl.
Oh, man. Don't ask him no question like that again, Ricky.
Nothing else.
8669 Ricky, 8669 Ricky. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Some people be doing that sauerkraut. I can't stand that sauerkraut. Please do not serve sauerkraut for Thanksgiving.
Cranberry sauce, that's nasty. Just cranberry, period. Cranberry sauce is not good. It's nasty. It don't belong on nothing. I'm all about gravy. Brown gravy is good. I'm all about being creative with gravy, but cranberry sauce, it's not good, man. That's not what you put on no food.
Please take the yams off the table. They just look like a pile of junk. I don't know. I cannot stand yams. It's just too sweet and it makes my tooth hurt. Yams and sweet potatoes. Take all of that off, please.
What? My mother's dry ass turkey. I feel like I'm eating a porcupine.
Wait a minute, what?
We call his mama's dry turkey. Turkey dry like a porcupine.
Damn. Hey, my boy Tony Dixon just hit me up and said that sounds good. So Tony, are you talking about the macaroni and cheese? Or are you talking about the macaroni and cheese on top of the sweet potato pie? And I'm not talking about like a whole pan. Look, y'all, you don't put that much sweet potato pie in the pie when you're making it, right? You go ahead and bake that, and then you put your macaroni and cheese, add your macaroni and cheese on top, and make it all nice and neat, and bake it, and the flavors blend together. Okay, cause we be sliding a little bit of dessert, like you hit the macaroni and cheese, and then you hit that sweet potato pie, just like some of y'all be what y'all be doing with your French fries, dipping your French fries
in the ice cream,
in your damn
the waffle fry in the ice cream at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, or the best is the Wendy's fries in the chocolate shake at Wendy's.
Yeah, that Frosty.
Yeah, that Wendy's, that damn chocolate Frosty, boy, that's why they give you that big ass spoon. Cause ain't no way that's going through a straw.
No, so not.
It ain't happening. Go get you a Wendy's single, boy.
And they got that strawberry Frosty now. That thing off the chain.
Well, Wendy's got strawberry Frosty.
Yes, sir.
And they'll mix it with the chocolate and the vanilla.
Come on, dog.
If you ask them nice.
It's called Neapolitan.
Come on, dog.
Go ahead then.
Hey, Gary, that's that cheap ass ice cream your mama used to buy.
Ricky, how you know, baby? That's all we ate growing up, and I thought it was fancy. Neapolitan.
We used to call it Napoleon.
Hey,
Good say Neapolitan.
Gary, it wasn't even. It was ice milk. It wasn't even
ice milk, baby. I thought we was grand. We got all the flavors in one.
Vanilla was always the one that stayed in the cart.
Yep.
Yeah, the vanilla be gone, man. Everything gone except for that damn strawberry, boy. Your grandma, boy, that's when you appreciated everything.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving, thank y'all for your phone calls, man. Thanksgiving is gonna be a real big deal. It's a real big deal for me. But Brett and Maria was blowing my phone up yesterday. I end up making about 5 pans of damn dressing, cornbread dressing. I'm talking about I whipped that thing up real quick. So it's gonna be awesome, y'all. All right, y'all. Hey, the time right now, 25 before the top of the hour. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up, Rick? Man, listen, there's a whole lot going on. We all know we had an election on Tuesday, and there's not even enough time to cover everything that's going on. But if there's anything that I think America is talking about, it's that I think the the slaughter of the Democratic Party that a lot of people forecast did not happen. And so while we still don't know exactly what the composition of the House and the Senate is going to be, even now with the things we don't know, it's not as bad as many thought it was going to be. I mean, we know that on December 6th, there's going to be a runoff in Georgia between Raphael Warnock and that other guy who played football. And that is going to greatly determine, I mean, listen, Herschel Walker got amazing numbers. And so the question is going to be who can energize the most people to the polls on December 6th for, I think, the race that, again, is going to determine who controls the United States Senate. So, you know, there's so much money that's going to be poured into Georgia in the next couple of weeks. If you know anybody who's in the state of Georgia, you've got to tell them to be involved in this election. You've got to tell them to turn out to vote, even if they didn't turn out to vote on Tuesday. I think the other thing that is really important to know, Rick, is that, you know, we saw a couple of states, man, that took from top to bottom for Democrats. And that just doesn't happen in many states in this country anymore. And so Maryland, Massachusetts were two, and Michigan was a big surprise. I mean, Michigan is not a blue state. And so for them to have Democrats from the governor to the House to the Senate is a big deal for a lot of pieces of legislation that have been blocked as a result of either Republican governors or Republican state houses. And so it's exciting for those states to be able to push, I think, some kind of legislation that has just been totally and completely blocked. But because, Rick, you know, in this country, we have just not elected black people statewide in statewide races. It's been really difficult to happen, and in many cases, we've only got single-digit numbers in some of these. So I just think it's important to say congratulations to Garland Gilchrist, who's lieutenant governor, who was reelected as lieutenant governor in Michigan. I think it's important to talk about Keith Ellison, who was reelected as attorney general in Minnesota. Lieutenant governor reelected Antonio Delgado in New York. You've got Sister Letitia James, who was reelected attorney general in New York. And you have, you know, I think these positions are incredibly important. You also have state controller in California, Malia Cohen. And these are not easy positions, Rick, because it's not easy to get the entire state to vote for people of color. You've got Representative Austin Davis, who was elected lieutenant governor in Pennsylvania, and Andrea Campbell, who is attorney general in Massachusetts. And listen, man, I think the biggest win for us on Tuesday was the election of Wes Moore as governor of Maryland. I mean, we have only elected three. He is the third elected black governor in the history of America. And I think what we talked about before was governors are the political executives over, I think the state of Maryland has a something like a $65 billion a year budget. And so you now have, and Maryland did one better, Rick. Maryland actually statewide didn't elect one single white man.
Wow.
You had a governor that's a black man. You have a lieutenant governor that's an Indian American woman. You have an attorney general and Anthony Brown, who is an African American man. And then you had Brooke, who was Brooke Lieberman, who is who's the comptroller. I mean, you did not elect one single white man. And to talk about embracing a level of diversity, that is an incredible example. But we still got a lot that we don't know yet. Georgia, I think, is going to mean the most to the entire country. And there's a lot we got to unpack. But I think next week, Rick, what we should talk about is people spend so much time talking about voting. I think now we got to talk about next week. What is the stuff we have to do now that we know who these people are? And from the local level to the federal level, how do we have a culture of civic engagement versus just a culture of voting? So those are three things I got for you. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Love to hear from you. Make sure you talk to your people in Georgia because December 6th is coming quick. And it is not just going to be about the Georgia Senate. It is going to be a joint Senate piece. It's really going to be about who controls the United States Senate. So we all have a stake in that. Appreciate you, Rick, as always, man. Have a good Thursday. I'll talk to you next week, brother.
I love you, Jeff, man. Appreciate you always, man. Listen, songs that'll stay in your head all day. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Smiley Morning Show, Chicken and Waffle Mix going down with John Lyon on the ones and twos, man. Listen, man. Hey. So, hours after making landfall as a Category 1 hurricane on Florida's East Coast tropical storm, Nicole, continued to bring strong winds, a dangerous storm surge, waves, and heavy rains to a large area in Florida. And, on the line with us from Orlando, our Orlando affiliate at Star 94.5. Hey, this is their, midday host. Hey, JoJo, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. I'm having some deja vuing over here, man.
I'm telling you, JoJo, it's always, thank you for coming on. Always good to, talk to you. I think the last time I saw you, we was giving away turkeys for Thanksgiving.
That's true. We was out there doing it. We got there out there in them streets.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Brad, go ahead, man. This is crazy.
Good morning, JoJo. It's so good to have you. How you been?
I've been good. Didn't we just do this 6 weeks ago?
That's all right. We always gonna have you back. You family. Now, can you tell us how the city is handling the rain that Nicole has brought so far?
It has been a whole lot of rain. We actually started seeing in Central Florida, we started seeing rain early yesterday. And, emergency management agencies had been handing out the sandbags and just kind of doing what we did 6 weeks ago with Ian. Although, Nicole, not as powerful as Ian, but this is a very large storm and just dumping even more water on Florida, that's already waterlogged. So they're doing, the best they can to, make sure that those areas that are getting the flooding, they're trying to get, move the water as quickly as possible. People haven't even had a chance to recover in some areas from water damage. So here we go again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we commend all of the great work that you and Star 95 are doing for the Orlando area. JoJo, with those back-to-back record-breaking rains from hurricanes and tropical storms, many families and businesses, like you said, are still recovering. How is Orlando holding up as a whole?
Overall, everybody is very positive. It was the same way 6 weeks ago with Ian. We're just positive because we realize that in order to get something done, you got to stay calm and just not get frustrated and upset about anything. You just do the best you can one day at a time. We have really good emergency management officials. We have really awesome news coverage that's giving us the information that we need, and everyone is complying, and just one day at a time. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Now, Nicole, where can people go for help, JoJo? I'm sorry. Where can people, I done called you the storm. If people need help, where can they go?
There is a number that is very helpful that can provide information on a lot of different issues that people may be having. If they see damage, if they need to report down power lines, or if they just need any information, if they see traffic signals out, there is one number, that 211 is a good number for information, and there's also a 311 number as well to report outages or to report any damage that they see. So those are our two main numbers, our 211 and our 311, for information, to get assistance and to have your questions answered or to report any damages that people see around the area. But we're really being asked to stay in as much as possible and not be out on the roads, because it is still pretty windy out there and getting some rain. It is mostly a coastal storm too, really battering our East Coast. A lot of beach erosion, but also feeling the effects inland as well.
Yeah, well, we praying for everybody in that area, everybody, all of our listeners, Dayton, Jacksonville, everybody in West Palm Beach, or whatever. It didn't hit for a lot of them in Dade County that hard. But we are definitely praying for everybody. And, we just want you to know that we are always here for you and our Orlando family. So for more information, one more time, let everybody know how we can follow you.
Sure, absolutely. If you would like to report information or get information, you need assistance, either the 211 or the 311. Those numbers are in place for help and assistance.
There it is, y'all, from Star 94.5 in Orlando. Y'all give it up and show your love for JoJo. Thank you, JoJo. Hey, JoJo, we got to do karaoke again when everything's settled down. We had fun.
Hey, say less. they win.
Let's go. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Thursday morning news. Hurricane Nicole made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane just south of Vero Beach, Florida, earlier this morning, packing maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour, according to the National Hurricane Center. Now a tropical storm. The system is bringing heavy rains and strong winds across central Florida. Again, lots of prayers and good energy going out to our affiliates in Fort Pierce at 104.5 The Flame, in Orlando at Star 94.5, and everyone in the storm's path. In breaking news this morning, Ricky, inflation cooled off much more than expected in October. U.S. inflation eased to 7.7% in October following aggressive rate hikes from the Fed. Now, inflation was at 8.2% in September, so maybe we will have $5 bread instead of $7 bread. We'll see. All right. Control of the Senate and House still hangs in the balance. All eyes are on undecided Arizona and Nevada Senate races. And as we know, the Georgia Senate contest heads to a December 6th runoff. I would like to note, Ricky, that Senator Warnock is only ahead by 17,500 votes in the state of Georgia. That means turnout is going to be a really big deal in this upcoming runoff. So folks got to show up. Yeah. Meanwhile, voters in California, Michigan, and Vermont approved ballot measures to include a right to abortion in their state constitutions. Kentucky voters rejected a measure that would have excluded abortion protections from its constitution. And to clarify, citizens appear to support abortion protections in that state. Lastly, y'all, the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention announced a deadly outbreak of listeria in 6 states. People at high risk of severe illness.
Is that?
I'm not quite sure, but they're saying it's in deli meat and cheese. Deli meat and cheese, and pregnant people, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems should not eat meat or cheese from any deli counter without first reheating it steaming hot, quote unquote steaming hot. I don't know. I'm supposed to stay away from it. That's too much. Just don't eat it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's always something. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What I'm about to told you, Maria Moore. Let me get into my proud daddy mode real fast, man. I got to shout out to my daughter, Harmony Turner. She kicked off her first game of the season on Monday versus Boston College. I don't know if you got a chance. Not Boston College, but Rhode Island. And we were the underdogs, Rick. Of course, my daughter, she's up there at Harvard. We won the game, but she dropped a cool 31 points, man, to kick the season off. I'm like, yo.
How about that?
I'm in proud daddy mode, baby. Oh, man, let's go. So, game 2 is tonight versus Boston College. If y'all out there listening to support my baby, man, you can check her out on ESPN Plus, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Harvard versus Boston College tonight, ESPN Plus. Go check out, man. Let me know what y'all think. On that note, Super Dave, hit my theme music. It's that time, baby. Cyber Rock Team, NFL, picks of the week, man. I don't give you the over or the under. I'm just gonna tell you who gonna win the damn game. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Thursday night football kicks off tonight. The Dirty Birds, Atlanta Falcons heading to Carolina. Take on the Panthers, man. Pick Atlanta to win this game right here. Oh, Tom Brady got a victory finally last week. I think he's going to kickstart a couple of games in a row. He's going to pick and beat Seattle this week. Pick Tampa Bay over Seattle. Kansas City over Jacksonville. Pittsburgh over New Orleans. The Dallas Cowboys will go to Lambeau and beat Green Bay. Oh, the Philadelphia Eagles are 8-0. They will be 9-0 after this week because they will beat the Washington Commanders. Buffalo over the 7-1 Minnesota Vikings if Josh Allen plays. If Josh Allen don't play, Minnesota's going to win that game. Miami over Cleveland. Tennessee over Denver. The Los Angeles Rams will beat Arizona. San Francisco over the Chargers. Las Vegas Raiders beats Indianapolis. The Giants over the Houston Texans. And my Detroit Lions will go into Chicago and beat the Bears.
Chicago almost beat the Miami Dolphins. I know you lying about that one,
man.
bro.
That's just me wishful thinking.
Boy, you really got faith the size of a mustard seed.
What up, That's all of my picks. If you missed them, man, I got it live posted right now on my social media.
Shout-town, y'all come get him. Shout-town, get him off the radio.
What up,
boy?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the same as me, brought by AARP. That's right. If you are a family caregiver, AARP has tools and resources that can help you manage your caregiving responsibilities. So make sure you visit aarp.org/caregiving to learn more. What up, Brett?
What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Young Thug, his attorney filed a motion to dismiss his RICO case due to prosecutorial misconduct. Now, Brian Steele said the DA filed fake and sham grand jury subpoenas surrounding critical evidence in the case. Now, Steele is also claiming that the DA abused its authority by utilizing a sham grand jury subpoena. The documents claim that the DA issued a fake grand jury subpoena to obtain information surrounding a rental car. Now, the DA used the illegal subpoena to connect Thug to criminal charges regarding murder and robbery. However, Steele said his discovery proves the DA's misconduct. The subpoena was not issued or authorized by a judge, clerk of court, or lawfully or properly impaneled grand jury. Now, as a result of the discovery, Brian Steele said that there are grounds to dismiss the evidence and information related to the two subpoenas, and the judge will be able to toss Thug's trial if the motion is granted. Wow. All right, y'all. Bruno Mars has added more dates to his Vegas residency. Yes, because I heard his show is amazing. This is aside from his shows with Anderson .Paak and their band Silk Sonic. Now, the solo run will include 10 more shows scheduled throughout January and February. He hasn't performed a solo gig in the U.S. since Silk Sonic released their debut single, Leave the Door Open, last year. Now, his fans online were excited to see him opening and performing again and are hoping that new music will follow. And I think that's all we're going to talk about right now. We're going to wrap up the Hot Spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.